Good morning from New York City. Today we're going to be traveling over to the Dakota that was used in a film called Rosemary's Baby, and also from 1973 to December 8th, 1980. A man by the name of John Lennon lived there. We're going to walk over and look at it, match up some photos. I've never been. I've always wanted to see it. Big Beatles fan. I think I'm more of a Paul McCartney guy than I ever was John Lennon, but I really like John Lennon. Like, I really like his music. It's so cool. Also going to walk over to they call it Strawberry Fields, where they have the Imagine area here in Central Park. Super excited to do this. I've always wanted to do this, and I'm glad to bring you guys along now. Let's take a closer look. Now straight ahead is the Dakota, and when the Beatles broke up and everything, John just decided to try and live life as a normal person. New York City is one of those places that not a lot of people pay attention and bother people, so I bet he felt, safe in a way here, which is ironic because of what happened. But man, look at this view straight ahead. Central Park is so underrated. Like, I thought it was going to be overrated, and then I got here and I was like, wait a minute, people don't talk about this. There's all kinds of terrain here, hills, rocks. I even smell the devil's lettuce out here. And right here is Strawberry Fields, kind of directly across from the Dakota. Never been in here. Nothing is real, and there's nothing to get hung about in here. Golly, this is so cool. I think they've got someone over here performing. Just gonna walk through, as I believe you should. I can hear him playing Imagine over here. But look at these flowers. There's like a big congregation over here. And this is the Imagine area I was talking about. Let's see what's happening over here. Right there's the Dakota. My gosh. That's insane. First time I've ever seen this. Alright, let's see what's happening over here.
Imagine all the people carrying all the world. What do you say? You may say I'm a dreamer, but I know I am not the only one. But we all know that we're not the only one.
I gotta say, what a welcome it was over there. Jeez. Walking up, playing Lennon, Imagine, right next to the little symbol. He's playing nothing but Lennon songs over there, but This is the Dakota where it happened. Also used as a filming location for Rosemary's Baby. I'm gonna walk over and match up a bunch of photos for you all. Right here's a photo you can see of Yoko and Lennon posed. That's wild, man. He was recording music here and everything while he was in town. And then this is a photo here. I'm gonna have to walk out on the street just a tad. But right here, this is from the day Lennon died and how many people were congregated out here. This whole place was just filled with folks, as you can see in the photo. Nobody could believe it. All right, let's cross over and see if we can get up to the front. Now I have this photo to match up of John as he was walking in to the Dakota, and then I have this photo of John and Yoko walking out. Also going to match up this photo of them leaving from a different perspective. It's going to be difficult. There is a gate person up here, so I'm going to get the shots as quickly as I can. But right here is where those photos were taken. Oh my God, I can't believe this is it. This is where it all happened. Jeez. I can't believe it. That's so wild, man. See John right here walking in. My God. And there's the photo of them leaving, and right behind them is where the security guard is standing. And then this is basically their perspective right there. And they walked out, and that building across the street looks the same. Oh man, this is too much. Can't go past this, but there's the gate. Unreal. Unreal. I'm not even going to mention his name, because that dude is just one of the people in this world that I never will understand why they do the things they do. But it's hard to believe that this was all where that horrific night took place. Right here outside of this beautiful building where Lennon was just trying to get a fresh start. Imagine being that famous and just wanting to live your life like I am right now. Walk around here and no one pays me any attention. No one cares what I'm doing. That's a beautiful thing. That's truly freedom right there. And he was just trying to chase that. And some other guy had different plans. Man, it's even cooler on the other side. Different perspective of it. That's so cool. That's where Lennon lived. Also where he passed away. I always think, like, I know the Beatles would have gotten back together. We could have had another Beatles album. Also reminds me of the movie Chapter 27 being out here. Jared Leto transformed himself to play that person who should not be named. They don't need any more fame. They got all the fame they wanted. You know what I'm saying? The movie was great though. The movie was absolutely great. I still can't believe I'm standing out here seeing this. And the gate. That's where Lennon would have walked out many times. That's where he gave his last autographs and last photos. It's so surreal. Now, they lived on the 7th floor. They were in apartment number 72. They also lived next door in apartment 71. They used that for office storage, and they had a guest apartment up there. John recorded some demos in here in Studio One, which was located on the ground floor. That's so crazy. And apparently to this day, Yoko still owns the property. Just what I'm seeing online. I wonder if you will ever see Yoko out here. Apparently it was like a 6-room apartment or something too. This is no joke. No joke. Especially where it is, Central Park West. I'm gonna walk back over Strawberry Fields. That was really cool. Yeah, seeing that photo though, the morning after when everyone found out and they all congregated here, it was kind of like when Elvis died, you know? Everyone just flocked to Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee. Well, everybody flocked here. December 8th, 1980, I was born. 8 years later, and a month before, November 8th, 1988. So I never knew Lennon in my lifetime. I knew all about the story though. It's crazy growing up, you know, hearing all these stories of certain places where people were, you know, murdered. So simple. It's just so senseless to me. I'll never understand it, but I'm intrigued by it. I think that's why I'm intrigued by these things. I go to a lot of funerals. I go to a lot of death spots. I go to a lot of murder spots. I go to a lot of cemeteries in my videos. So this was something I had to see. But I'm gonna walk back over to Strawberry Fields. Look at the horse. That's so cool. All right. Heading over. People selling artwork and stuff. A lot of like magnets, art pieces of Lennon. And this lady's got dollar waters for $1. Let's see like the artwork over here. All the magnets. And there's a photo I showed. It's taken right across the street. And there's in Central Park. Yeah, back over here in Strawberry Fields. Don't Let Me Down is being played.
Empathy. Be nice to the stranger in front of you, even when you're in a rush, especially. Wishing you all peace and love. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No.
Yeah, that's cool. You can just stay over there, listen to that guy play all day if you want. He said they play Imagine repeatedly out there. I guess that's what people want to hear when they're walking by, so you'll hear another song or two in between, and then he'll play that one again. It's cool. People are just sitting out there the whole time, taking it in, enjoying it. And I walked back over here to Strawberry Fields just because why not? It's cool to be able to just escape. There's so much happening around me. But over here you can find true bliss over here. This is nice. You can just hang out. Hear John Lennon music playing in the background. Hear some birds. The whole city skyline's in front of me. New York's been cool. It has been cool. I just can't get over all the flowers out here in the little rock work area you can sit and hang out on. It's very peaceful. Yeah, look at this. It's cool, man. It's just a place to relax. I'm really into it. Man, that's awesome. Just getting out. Walking around here is one thing I've always wanted to do. See this whole area. Walked a little ways and climbed up this rock area here. Look at that, it goes straight down. It's cool. That's what I'm talking about, man. Central Park it's crazy. Crazy that all this happened over here. John Lennon. And he used to come over here all the time. He'd walk in Central Park and people would congregate over at the Dakota and get a photo with him. He'd sign autographs, talk to the fans. A lot of the fans over there knew him. They see him all the time, talk to him. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad I did this. What a fun morning. I'm so glad I went over to the Dakota and the Imagination area and Strawberry Fields. Saw all that stuff. So incredible. There's so many things here in New York that have different vibes and different stories. And I really am enjoying my trip. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I'll see you guys on the next episode where Ringo Starr and I try and give this cursed jewel back to this fella who really needs it. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.